my name's Kurt. I'm going to give you a little rundown on the score clock. We're at Planet Ice Coquitlam, so all the clocks here are the same and a couple with Delta. Basically, if you come up and there's a time displayed, it's 1:47 in the afternoon. There's two settings. There's time of day and game mode, so that toggles between both. So right now it's on time of day. When I hit game mode, it'll show up however the game ended before. Back to time of day, goes to the time. So when you come, hit it to game mode. Basically, you're going to start a warm-up. All our warm-ups are 4 minutes. So everything you do starts with enter. So as soon as I hit enter, 4:00, go to clock set. Now it's up at 4 minutes. There's 0 period. So if I can either just press period, and that'll change it to 1, and you can cycle through them up to 9, and then it'll go back to 0. So that's the period. Goals, same thing. If the home team scores, look at your visitors and home bench. Make sure your clock is set up properly for your screens. Sometimes the guests and homes are backwards, but this one, home's home and guests is guests. I just hit the score button, and that just adds. But to get it back to 0, go back to hitting enter. So enter, 0, score. Back to 0. For penalties, same thing. You're gonna look for your penalty buttons on here. They're up top here. So if you go enter, 2-minute penalty, now the guest has a 2-minute penalty. I'm gonna hit run time. So now the game is running as we're going here. Obviously you're doing this stops and starts on the whistle. You can kind of just, as soon as the whistle blows, hit the stop button. To do anything, the clock has to be stopped. You're not able to add penalties if you're on run time, if you're in the mercy reels. So even if you're in run time, stop the clock, add the penalty. For penalties, if you're in run time, you're gonna go to a 3-minute for a 2-minute penalty and a 7-minute for a 5-minute. If you're regular time, it's just the 2 minutes and 5 minutes. To clear that penalty, and this is where most people have difficulties, if I put another penalty up for the guest team, we'll give them a 5-minute penalty. So we'll enter 5-minute penalty. Sorry, so that's the same penalty, so I didn't change. So if you look at my screen right here, it says guest penalty number, it's on penalty 1. So if I hold that penalty down, okay, now I'm on number 2 on the penalty. So now when I put up the next penalty, if I go enter 2 penalty, now it's up on the second display up there. So to toggle between those two, if I look at the guest penalty numbers, home is on 1 because they don't have any. There's 2 options here. So right now I'm on the 2-minute. If I hit penalty, I'm gonna be on the 3rd penalty. If I wanna add a 3rd penalty, which won't show up, but it'll kick in when the other one goes down. And if I hit penalty again, I go back to 1. So now I'm on the 5-minute. So if I click it again, I go to the 2-minute. If I wanna delete that 2-minute, I go enter 0 penalty. So now the 2 minutes gone, the 5's there, and you can continue. That's a general breakdown. Everything else is just to remember, enter, don't panic. And if you do have a problem and you got to leave a penalty up there because you forget how to cancel it out, just tell the refs, he'll tell the coaches, and yeah, everyone have a good weekend. Oh, and lastly, you're kind of in charge of keeping these games on time. So you can do a 1-minute, as soon as the period ends, just do a 1 minute so everyone knows that when to start up the game, so we're not wasting time. So just enter your time of day. So I go enter 1 minute, clock set, and now it's 1 minute, hit run. As soon as that buzzers, everyone knows to reset the game, and we're good to go. That's about it. If you guys got anything else, just send us an email, and there'll be a sheet that tells you all this beside every clock. So basically go through here, your first game, show up a little bit early. If there's a timekeeper before you, you can kind of hop in the box with him, and he'll probably give you a little rundown. And yeah, hope everyone has a good weekend. Thanks a lot.